This little scry is for subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel, for tuning in. Notifications on or off, whether you comment or not. I appreciate your support to help the channel grow. And to those who support through Buy Me a Coffee or PayPal, or simply your presence in subscribe, truly warms my heart. And as a gesture and appreciation, I'd like to offer you a little scry, not little and because it's small, but little because our muses are Gobolinks today. So Gobolinks, if you want to take a screenshot, because there is 2 of them there. These guys are, Gobolinks are the Victorian era ink blots, and they were a game. The spirit of them is Gobolinks express the goblin of the ink. And we're going to utilize them as guides, Gobolink guides. And we'll see what kind of message they have to share. Of course, we'll add on Tarot and Oracle along the way. And the spirit box, should it inspire. So thank you so much for joining me, for holding space for me to share my insights, and to the Gobolinks for allowing us to heed their holistic messages. I'm going to take a moment, as you know, to cleanse the palate, releasing the race and the rush, activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. Let's go. Gobolinks, what do you got? Okay, so they're very playful. This pairing is very playful, and then it's like more of a, I'm going to say like a father figure coming through, but I think it's like an elder Gobolink. These guys remind me of, if you can see on the sides there, a barrel of monkeys. It was a game, and you used to have to like try and hook all the monkeys. Like a barrel of monkeys, a barrel of fun. It's not even, I don't even know. And then there's this other guide that feels more elderly. And when I say elderly, absolutely could be in perhaps an age, but it feels like an elder Gobolink. What else am I seeing here? They're having fun, like I don't know, monkeys jumping on the bed. Like they're just having a good time. They feel like they are as large as Godzilla. As large as Godzilla. I see them climbing something and getting to the top. And maybe this is the message if you're resonating as a subscriber. Even just by being a subscriber, I'll put it in first person for a second. You know, your presence is a gift to help the channel, the space for me, all the good stuff, the appreciation to rise to the top. And whatever the top is for everyone, you know, it might be a small channel and a big sea, but we can feel like Godzilla while we're having fun. Thank you. Okay. But I want, more importantly, for you as a subscriber to see what you see, sense, and feel. Okay. I'm seeing some hooking, not hooks and those hooks, like a hooking. How do I say that? Like there are rings to help hold on when you're there. There's also protection if you're, in whatever context you might be working to climb up to the top of success or feel larger than life. But I feel like that's the endearing message, is to feel larger than life. Like appreciating the present moment in which it presents itself in this humbleness and humility. And it's so sweet. But to also hold space for this big vision, that this little idea, this little thought, intention could grow and climb and climb and climb and become as large as Godzilla. Like the impact of it, the impact of your intention. That's what this feels like. Oh, it's quite incredible. I'm going to jump over to the elder gentleman or the ancestor Gobolink here. Okay, he's so wise. And this is really nice. I'm going to, add on the spirit box. We're here for subscribers and supporters with the Gobolink guides. He feels like this is the balance, right? And he even has balance up at the top. Like a teeter-totter, but there's the teeter-totter isn't teetering and tottering in this grand way. It's kind of always like doing this, and I feel like I'm levitating. It's really like a Yoda kind of goblin here. The Empress is coming through to support. I'll take a look at you in a second. There's many hands, and there's also an expression of active and passive, like being able to ground in at one point. And there's a rowing. So it's like when I need to walk on land, whatever that symbolically may mean or imply. And then other times I will row through water. He has like Bob Ross hair. It's very, very fun. His eyes are like suns, and a very specific sun. You know, like in the typical sun and moon.
I told him.
For like new age stuff. Like it's got like those rays. He has markings around his eyes like that. Like he sees you as, or if you're working with him to bring about your 10 of Cups, but almost like 9 of Swords to break through whatever it is you might be overthinking. He's so wise. He's wise in the workings of the mind world. I feel like that's when he comes in. And then the benefits of these playful, barrel of monkeys, they're the climbers, but they're being supported by the wisdom. It's like, don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. Enjoy the journey. Like it comes into that simplicity of saying, enjoy the journey. The Empress and the King of Cups. It's going to be like parents almost. Kind of feels like parents. The King of Cups in this Gobolink. And then the Empress nurtures in her own way. They both have different roles. The inner child at play. And I feel like if there's anyone going through inner child healing, wounds, trauma, tragedies, this, that, or the other, there's something about the perception of parents, like the judgments of the experience when one was this age, that age. And that's been carried, say, all the way to the top of adulthood. And it's like, so the adult is making a judgment or staying in the same space as, say, the 6-year-old, playing and having fun. And this elder is coming through. It's like, but that's the cage. So now the past and the present are towards that triangle of power, like projecting, let's just say as parents, right? And as an example, but it could be an experience. It could be something that happened. That
Worried.
Projection perception feels like a prison. So this guide, this ancestral elder is coming through to navigate that and almost like break up the iceberg so it'll flow. And then I'll be able to paddle towards whatever 10 of Cups is for you. Oh my goodness. Yes, I see you. He's helping. If you want to see that card, if the lighting will let it come through with the wheel. For you to see. And like, see how even on this card, like there's the adult me, I'll say. And then there's the mini me from maybe when one was a child or little. And all these perceptions. And that one, I hope that makes sense. There's the tower. The tower that the very monkeys are climbing. The barrel of monkeys are climbing. I feel as though I'm carrying a weight. I'm going to say not well. There's no wellness about it. That's what it's making me feel like. 5 of Cups. Maybe it's emotional wellness. The moon also came through. Like even these playful goblins are quite brilliant. Okay, sorry, the moon and the 5 of Cups came through. And the Tower was there as well. I'm going to take two shakes here. Emotional wellness.
Forward.
Yeah. Climbing the tower to see something I may hold. I'm not sure why I'm holding it. The sun is on the bottom. When that's right here, we have the moon and the sun. That's beautiful. And I want to break free. It's like I'm climbing towards the sun, but I'm climbing the very tower. Does that make sense? Okay, look at these little Gobolink guides. Great things. I'm going to flip them here and see what they have to say.
What do you want?
In the upside down. Okay, so I'm seeing like fists. I'm seeing a mustache, like a curly Q mustache. I feel like I'm being my own superhero. So this goblin here feels like he's just transformed into a superhero of his own kind, of her own kind, of their own kind.
Surgeon.
It's kind of been like, yeah, there's been some sort of surgery, spiritual surgery, emotional surgery. I'm hearing like I stopped screaming the same story. And I feel like subscribers understand that as you watch stories, we engage in stories, even myself as a subscriber to other channels, and we step into them. And really they're helping to, in some cases, simply enjoy, and like a barrel of monkeys are jumping on the bed and having fun and engaging with personalities and being inspired. And on the other hand, they're also, bringing tidbits forward to see where one might be holding on to things in the sun and the moon, whatever that may be. And then putting them all together, that's the power of the person, the power of the one, to put it all together and to use those pieces for performance. I'm going to move over here.
Have we met?
I'm not sure. Have we met? I'm seeing a heart being born in a tree trunk. And it's like this Gobolink is interesting because it's kind of like a little, I'm seeing it like My Pet Monster, but in a very sweet way.
Not.
Like I love, it's like removing hangry, right? Like hungry for healing, hungry for help, or hungry for whatever. And this guy is like, see the heart in there? Sorry, I don't mean to give you the finger. He's like, in my belly. In my belly. And one of those things I think in TV shows when somebody has like a back brace or a neck brace and they've got all these pins and contraptions, I'm seeing that of the mind, and then another heart being built in the mind as well. So it's like the hangriness of the belly, of the soul space, the solar plexus too, if I may. And it's like how wonderful that you have the mind scaffolding to also grow love of the mind, to appreciate stories, including in and of your own, or starting with your own, and finding inspirations, receiving inspiration, because there's two antennas here. There's two antennas. Yes, and they are moving like in towards each other, and they're receiving pieces from the world, whatever your world is. Luck, money, love, heart, and peacock, pregnancy, wealth. I'll bring these up so you can see them. And of course, always follow what it means to you. Well, these Gobolink guides are goblins with a big message of love, impregnating perceptions into perspective. Love and new love. Love of the past and love of the present and love of what's to come, and this climbing, like even with the tower coming up, it's like using the tower, any towers of tragedies, this or that, to your advantage. Perhaps in regards to money, love of money. Maybe it's about transforming your relationship to money, to receive. Maybe just simply being open to receive, to, curb the hangry. And then it's like, I see not so much necessarily in like pregnancy, but maybe that's something you as a subscriber are doing, and that's wonderful. But I'm also seeing like releasing the hangry and like having that full belly and sitting back and going, now I'm wealthy and full. I have released the doom and gloom of this story of my past, or this tragedy that I feel is somehow where I am holding on to as a defining part of my character. Six of Wands. Again, she comes in. She's like, I'm going to work this. I'm going to work this. I'm going to be able to do something there. And even like Six of Wands in this Gobolink in this way, like there's so many similarities with all like the swords of the mind and all the different communicators, and she has them in there as well. You're working it, subscribers. You are working it. Whatever the story is that you wish to tell yourself, your soul, listening from inspirations from your spirit that will place it in channels maybe that you do watch, and channels that you subscribe to the personalities. Whether it's education, entertainment, just simply an all-around essence, you are building it. Love, luck, money, wealth, fullness, fullness, fullness. Interesting. We've gone from like well to like wellness and fullness. Thank you so much for being my muse, and I will see you again soon. If you want a personal with an ink blot made in your
Why
name,
are you here?
your signature, the link is below. You can also request a Reiki and a Rorschach if you're looking for healing, or you want to talk. All the links are below in the description. Again, thank you so much for your support, and I will see you again soon.